Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How's everyone doing? Hey, Quentin. Kuntan, or however you say it. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. All stretched out. Good morning, Kilrathi. Soldier. Soldier boy. So what's yeah? Buenos dias. Buenos dias. That's good day. Buenos noche. That's good evening, right? But that's good morning. Hey, Sharsa. Arms. Captain Boss. Hey, listen. The Boss. The one man wolf pack. So funny. So, how about you guys give me some topics? Let's do something the let's do something interesting today. Man, today I'm so tired. It's crazy. Like no energy. Uh, I also feel a cold coming. The temperature shifted. There was frost on the rooftop across the road this morning. And you know, when there's frost, the summer's over. Hey, Loma. Loma Slink. Slinky. Good morning. Lantern Animal. Yeah, that's a cool one. Robot Mage. Oh, cool one. Dystopian Cop. Valium Injected Mutant. What the? That is some fucking crazy ass topics today. One, two, three, four. Any other suggestions? Junkie drug robot. Oh, that's pretty cool. This the five topics. All right, let's roll it. And if it's number six, it's my choice. Number five, Boss one with junkie drug robot, right? Lantern Animal, Robot Mage, Dystopian Cop, Valium Injected Mutant, Junkie Drug Robot. Bam. That is your day indeed, my friend. Second, I just need to. Okay, topic 26. Junkie. I guess you could say junkie robot. Because junkie drug robot is twice. Charizard, yeah, man. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. And did I? Oh, yeah, saved correctly. Alright. Junkie. Hey, Yggdrall, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. All good in the hood. Junkie robot. Junkie robot. Junkie robot. Ah, alright. I got a weird idea. Alright. Okay, I got an idea. Okay, let's do it. The idea I have uh, is as follows: a drugged up robot sitting, like with his arms, wanting to shoot up some sort of heroin like thing into his arm. Yggdrasil, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm getting a cold, I feel. But anyway, so the idea is that he has human arms, but robotic robotic body. So that's the idea, right? The robot is mostly robotic, but the part that he's junkie on is the humanity of him. Right? He's injecting some drug into his human arms. He's that kind of a addict that he had to put in human arms in his robotic existence so he could fully enjoy the wonders of heroin. Hey Zillion, good morning. Concept Sam, Sam I am. I'm good. I'm all good. A bit tired. Feel a cold coming on. It is what it is. Uh, I wonder if he should have robotic hands. Yeah, he should have. Let's give him weird robotic fingers. So my apologies if I sound a bit bunged up or coffee. I feel the cold coming. Oh no, Ice Die. The Predator? This glove? Yggdrall, it's anti-smudge guard. It's called smudge guard. And the idea is that it's for graphite, so you don't smear your grease or skin oil on your drawings. But it's also perfect for Cintiqs because you touch the screen all the time, and you don't want to be smearing whatever is on your hands on the screen all the time. It's going to be a build up, and it's going to drastically reduce the longevity of your Cintiq. So by using smudge guard like that, you won't get too much shit on your screen. Sharta, yeah. Ice Die. I'm not sure about Predator, man. The last Predator movies, last two, were like, oh god damn it. They were a bit ropey at best, you know. For me, one and two, I mean, obviously, I rewatched number two recently, like a few months ago. It was pretty good still. Obviously, it's 90s, a little bit of a 90s cheese aspect to the movie, because it's towards the end of the 90s and they made the movies the way they did it. But that being said, Predator 2 still kind of holds up to the to action movie standards. Yabu, are you allergic to the glove? But I mean, then you must be allergic to everything synthetic, or you bought shit ones. Because this is 82% nylon, 18% spandex. So if you're allergic to either nylon or spandex, then it's a no go. But I mean, you can buy a cotton glove and cut most of the fingers off, and voila. Predator 1 or Predator 2, Kilrathi? Predator 2 is from 92. Oh shit. Hey, Gria. Yeah, Predator 2, like I said, it's a bit. The last two Predator movies where they're in some sort of prison planet or they're being kidnapped, and they're always making the same mistakes when they're doing follow-up movies. they don't understand like what made the first movies great is the kind of it's a classic mistake everyone does. Like they're trying to add some uniqueness to it. Like, oh, what's my take on it? What's my special blend? Like you don't always need to make some sort of special blend about it. Just for example, Predator. Just do Predator. Don't try to like incorporate some sort of other fantastical things and whatever. you know, Predator in its core, in its essence, is what's cool, not the fantastical situations a predator can be in, because then it becomes too far removed. You know, for me, at least, like with Alien One, the concept of Alien One, Alien, you know, that alone was such a far out concept that it became something really really interesting. And then Aliens, the sequel, like, oh, this is the like a weaker version of the Alien, and they're more like horde, and they threw in soldier into the mix. Whatever, that's kind of cool. They still let the alien be the alien, and didn't do too much about it. You know, mess around with it. The concept is just aliens. Throw a bunch of them against soldiers and see what happens. Number three was like, oh yeah, now there's a dog alien, and then there's this. It's like, oh come on, scale it down. Just keep it simple. Don't add too many moving parts to it. Then it always becomes weird. Ice Die. Well, maybe we'll see. I'm definitely going to watch it. I definitely want to see a cool Predator movie. It's been a long time since there was a really, really interesting Predator movie. So I don't mind the idea of someone trying, but the track record so far is like, it's not good with follow ups from Predator 1 and 2. And I mean, that being said, Predator 1 was extremely cheesy 80s movie. Gen A, yeah, there was a dog alien, really, really, you know, questionable. And then there was the hybrid, that was genetically modified. It was like, oh, come on, what are you doing? Don't do this to the alien. Let it be pure. Let it be what it is. And this had to, mess around with it. It's always the classic problem with trying their best with a concept of like adding spice to it. Captain Boss, yeah, that's cool. Alien 3 was pretty decent. Alien 3 was. I liked the location, and I liked most of it. It was a pretty good one, but it was also a little bit too much at times. 4, it had, I think number 4, Alien 4 had some good bits to it, but most of it I feel like they failed to grab like the simplicity of the alien, right? They had to add all this other shit to it. But 4 was not too bad either. It had something. But the whole mutant one was like, oh come on. Hey Mila, good morning, good morning. All praise Queen Mila. You haven't seen it? Oh. Ice Die. Oh man, Independence 2 is the same. Like, just leave the concept alone. You know, like, sometimes a story is good for what it is. You don't need sequels to it. And I feel Independence 2 was one of those. Just leave it as a one-off cool story. We don't need to find out exactly everything. Don't water it down with all sorts of bullshit because you have to. Just leave it, you know, just leave it. Matrix sequels. The thing with that Gria, what I feel with the Matrix is that it's meant for many movies. The story is already created. You know, there's an arc to it, and I feel Matrix 2 with those floaty twins uh, was a little bit weird, a little bit forced. Like it was a necessary evil. The other movies were really cool. I didn't mind the other ones. Lauma Slinky or Slinke. Uh, my approach to finding out interesting robots. Well, it's a tricky one. That's a tricky subject. But generally, what I do with robots um, is that they become quite graphic designy a lot of times, and the trick is to find the functionality within uh, the graphic elements. So you have freedom to give robots strange shapes and forms and be quite designed in that sense. And I think you have to in order for them to look interesting, or you could go the tech route where they are very rigid. Uh, but the general idea is function is quite heavy in robots. So I always try to just think that is put together somehow. And for the in thinking that way and thinking more of graphic designs elements, like which part interacts with other part rather than necessity like muscles. You can have way more freedom in a way. So I just try to think about it as a combination of shapes, and that sort of helps me a lot of times. And then you should try to think about design at the same time, obviously. You know, what kind of robot is it? Why does it look the way it does? All those things. Captain Bose. But also, Lauma, looking at machines helps a lot. And depending on what kind of machines you look at, you get inspired to do other machines. But studies of mechanical structures helps significantly. So let's say you want to make something sleek looking, maybe look at concept motorcycles. There is this category of motorcycles, which is concept bikes, which is uh, one-off engineered motorcycles from a brand, and they do experimental motorcycles to just see what they can produce. And they're called concept bikes, and they for me they're always being pushed by the engineers and designers. So for me, I always love looking at them because they have some really cool shapes to them, but functionality because the motorcycle needs to be able to be ridden, um, and diggers and industrial machines or airplanes and all these things. There's different flavors you can look at to get inspiration from, but it's usually quite graphic designed. stuff. Llama, yeah, concept bikes are crazy. You can do that to cars as well, concept cars. You get some really weird results that way. You can like concept Ferrari, for example, or concept Lamborghini, concept Porsche. You can get some pretty funky random Google results that way. Ice Die, no. Well, Predator and Alien do belong to someone. Um, for example, I know that the Alien franchise is bought by Fox Studios, for Fox 40 or whatever they're called. They own they own the rights to Alien. They bought it of whoever came up with the original movie script idea IP. I think Geiger never owned it because it was work derived of his work. Because then they hired him to design the alien based on his Necronomicon book. Oh, Kilrath, they're gonna buy Alien franchise? That's pretty crazy. Disney just buying up everything. Oh, Disney bought Fox, right? But the thing is with that also, I know from working on Alien Isolation, Fox had 4 licenses only to use the Alien franchise with. I think it might be 4 game IPs or 4 tries. And I know that Alien Isolation was the last one. And then Fox pulled the plug. As far as I know. So obviously you can buy the rights to something as well. I mean, there is a producer company that bought the rights for my movie idea. Sorry. Tried to sneeze, but it wouldn't come out. They bought the rights to my IP as well, and they're in the process of selling it to Hollywood. And then when they don't,
I feel like I should say something smart.
It falls back to me. Hey, Ben Buntrat, thanks for the rate, all 2 of you. Ice Die IP is intellectual property, and by that it means a unique idea or a unique combination of ideas that you can say is your world. Um, in return have like copyrights protecting you because it's a combination of certain ideas uh, that determines your IP, your intellectual property. So let's say the idea of Alien is protected by IP rights because someone has came up with the entity of the passenger, the ninth passenger or whatever he's called, the alien, right? And that's protected by IP rights. So that's why you can say you're not allowed to make the Alien movie because the IP belongs to Fox. You know, the ID of that alien in that world is protected. Prayer before sneezing. No, it was just like focus. I'm not religious at all. I feel like I should say something smart. I think that is from Doctor Who. Gria, yeah, with everything you got to be able to protect, define your IP. Some IPs you can't protect because they're shit ideas. They don't have enough meat to them. They are not defined enough. They're vague. So how can you protect something that's not defined? And that's why, for example, certain people can um, abuse IP rights. And that's why, for example, um, you know, there's a lot of knockoffs and so on. Similar shitty ideas performed in a worse way. And that's why there's a lot of that happening in the industry as well. Oh yeah, these are not zombies. These are called bodombies. They don't eat brains. They eat faces. Um, and you know, Ice Dye. Yeah, that was black and white Nazi stuff. Uh, Diesel punk world. I did lots of more paintings for that. There's a art bible, but it's not online. Yeah, yeah. But that's what that's the idea also behind a really good IP, is that when it's something extremely tangible, you can protect it. It's a unique combination of ideas that is alluring, and if you sell the IP right, depending on how you sell it, what's the deal, and so on, you can make shitload of money. Because theoretically, let's say the Star Wars IP, I think, if I remember correctly, George Lucas didn't sell his merchandise rights to the IP. So I think it's like anything related to Star Wars that's being sold as a product, uh, he gets a percentage of, because he still owns that part of the IP, those IP rights of merchandise. So whenever any toy or Lego Star Wars set box is sold, in theory, he should then get a portion of those revenues. Or you can sell your full IP rights to everything, and you have no claim to anything at all, not even any, that's it. It's not your IP. You have no rights to it anymore at all. Depends on the deal you make. So that's the dangers also of trying to sell an IP. Is it good enough? Is it strong enough as a product? Or is it too easily reproduced and switch one part and then this not interesting anymore? Let's say like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? That's a quite strong IP. Because if you change too much, it just becomes a space opera, like a generic space opera. And you can't make Thanos like, oh no, this is not Thanos, this is Banos. He has power shoes. That is like, oh come on. There's a cool collection of, there's a great collection of ideas, IP. I mean, it's great to work for Disney, but it's also, you're also working for Disney, which is a massive behemoth, like Boss says, of a construction. It's a massive functioning factory of stuff. It just eats everything. Ice die. Well, yeah, but there you go. I mean, and whatever sets of rules they define in that intellectual property, it's probably protected now by copyright law by default. That it's an IP. Hey, what Wind 1991? What's up? They shouldn't get in trouble unless they infringe the IP. If they change enough parts that you can't say it's that, then you can get away with it. Captain Boss. Nah, this robot is.
I feel like I should say something smart.
Oh, Tim Rammers. Man, you're rating me at the very end. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Welcome all the new people to the end of my stream. Final 2 minute raid, yeah. Welcome all the Team Remmers Raiders. We were talking about IP rights today. And Predator. It started with shitting on Predator and Alien, which movie is good and which movie is bad. Then we transferred over to talking about IPs, IP rights, and how it is to try to sell an IP. And if that interests you, you can catch the VOD afterwards in 2 minutes when the stream ends. And today's topic was chosen by oh shit, who was it? Was it Captain Balls? Let's see. Yeah, Captain Balls one. Team Raider. Yeah. Your minions are called Team Raiders. By Captain Balls. One thing I do like of though with the older movies, the Predator 1 and 2, is the uniqueness of them. And all the other movies afterwards, like one of the things I've been talking about is that they're trying too hard. It's not pure. Like the idea is too complicated. They're trying too much when the core of the idea itself is it doesn't need embellishing. You know? Tim Remmers, yeah, it was unique back then, and the concept itself is like, let's say Alien or Predator. The concept itself is unique enough. You don't need to add, like I said, like the dog alien or the some weird alien that's better, harder than the Predator. The Predator itself, the core of the idea is what's appealing, not the fantastical circumstances it's put in. It's like extreme, the entity extreme in a, a super extreme situation, and they're all just climbing up and climbing up and trying too hard for something that doesn't need that much. You know, the core of, let's say, Predator is what's appealing. And in the Predator 2, he was in a city. That's it, fighting one cop, more or less. And in Alien or in Predator 1, they were in a jungle, shooting at bushes, and them being hunted. That's it. You know, that's what's so fantastical about it. It's that the strength of the simplicity, not the complexity of it. And that's where I think a lot of the other ones fail, is that they try too hard. Yeah, I think there's a lot of mistakes being made always. But who am I to dictate those kind of things? Shit. I kind of like the look of that. How it's broken, segmented. I am the Bjorn. Let's try to add just one more little thing. I want a warm. Oh, that looked pretty cool. Didn't help my painting. Alright. Let's keep it like that. I like that. Hey, Brskrdm. Thanks for the thanks for the follow. I always wanted the Brskrdm to follow, and now I have one. Do you have one? No. What's she doing? Oh, is it her birthday? Huh. Let's go raid Voodoo Val. Thanks everyone for joining in. Have a fantastic day. Good night if you're in that part of the world. See you guys tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning is Friday. Oh yeah. So let's go raid Voodoo Val. It seems like it's her birthday. Thank you for the topic, Captain Boss. Thank you, Team Remmers, for the raid. And have a great one. Bye everyone.